Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. It's Gregory Puff here hanging out with Dead Pulse. We are in the finals of the Duckling Derby on SpeedGaming Prime. How's it going, Dead Pulse?
Oh, it's great. I'm glad that this 3-month journey is finally coming to a close. We're going to see who the new Duckling Supreme is going to be.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, what he means by that is we did 8 weeks of a boot camp, basically teaching the newer players kind of the ropes and how to do things. And then we started 4 weeks ago on our Duckling Derby journey. So week 1, week 2, week 3, and this is the finals. This is where we are at. It's all come to this. And on stream, we have Krellin, we got Dusk Plume, Goats Pirate, and Hate 13, or we can call him Hate 11, depending on how he decides. But go on ahead and go over the scores for us real quick and tell us what's going on.
Oh, sure. Let me pull those up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So here we have the current racers are ranked 5 to 8 in the Derby overall. Krellin is in 5th place, 67 points. Goats Pirate is in 6th place, 65 points. Dusk Plume, 63 points. And rounding it out at 8th is Hate the 13th at 60 points. Now, currently, the leader is Papa Ducks at 96 points. And following that up is Earthwing Angel at 87, ADR at 86, and Jar Jar Thinks at 70. So all 4 of these runners have a realistic chance of becoming the Duckling Supreme. But they're going to have to put on a great performance tonight.
Yeah. Mathematically, it sounds like these guys are going to have to come in like 1st or 2nd, and then those top runners like ADR and Papa Ducks are going to have to kind of not do as well as they had been doing. So looks like we've hit the 10-minute mark. These guys are on a time delay, and so it looks like right now they should be starting here in the next second or so, and then we'll kind of go over the flags and everything. Those of you that were around for spring tournament will probably recognize a lot of what's going on here, because we've got random incentive in certain dungeons. We got the 2 forced, which it looks like we've got a forced black belt in both slots 1 and 2. So that's interesting.
I was waiting for you to bring that up.
Yeah. So it looks like we've starting off right now. How many of these black belts are you keeping? Probably just 1, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to keep the 1.
Yeah, I find it interesting that Krellin decided to bring a fighter along here. It looks like everybody else went with either a white mage or a black mage, some sort of mage-ly character. So,
well, I kind of like this play because if everyone's going to be doing a black belt grind. So if you were the one person who doesn't do that and can manage to get in with a 2-man party of fighter red mage and get through Topher at 27, 28, you probably are going to win.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. I mean, these flags, you can open enough boxes when you're looking for those random incentives to, if you're lucky enough, you can get enough good gear on your fighter, and especially if you do decide to do the 2-man like you mentioned, it could work out pretty well. You can get your levels pretty quickly as long as you take battles along the way. Now it looks like Lit 2 was our sweeper, and I noticed Life 2 was white mage only, so it looks like Goats Pirate's going to at least have access to Life 2.
Yeah, that's a good thing for him. Brack was also at level 1, so the black mage red mage still has a decent way of killing Garland.
Nice. I'm trying to figure out what hate sprites are. So it looks like he had a black belt and a red mage, and obviously the 2 black mage, red mage, and the 2 black belts is what I can tell. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like he went red-black.
And then that's a red mage there over on Dusk Plume's side. Sometimes I struggle with these there fancy sprite edits.
Garland was sleep.
Oof. Sleeping people left and right. Now he's going to waste more time by casting slow. But Brack's going to do it. He's going to fall, break into a bunch of pieces like the statue that he became. And let's see what our first couple of key items are going to be. We got a rod. Gets us into Earth Cave. And a ship. So we're in the boat already.
That's sort of nice. I like to see the ship this early.
Yeah, especially with the free canoe. Getting the ship kind of early always feels good because you're not like doing the inner sea tour of just walking around everywhere. So it looks like we do have cabins that are relatively cheap and heals that are mega cheap. So at least we'll have no issue picking up, healing items and saving items and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. The top chest in Temple of Fiends had over 10,000 gold in it, so you can fully stock up on cabins and heal potions and still have enough for your level 2 magic. What I can't shake the feeling is I might have opted to re-roll into Red Mage, White Mage.
Interesting.
I know that's an unpopular opinion, but my fear is that a warp is not going to be accessible and exit is going to be white locked.
I mean, that can be the case. Fire 3 here, pretty good. Lock 2. With the scaling shouldn't be necessary, but we'll see. Ruse here. Nothing great here in White Magic. But I mean, with Goat's Pirate running the White Mage, may as well pick up the Cure 3 and the Ruse. Here, so yeah, with the rod, Earth Cave's not incentivized, so I mean, we can go there at some point in time. Might be checking spike tiles, but nothing we need right away. That rod.
I think the rod this early is a trap. I would rather go there once my black belt is fully grinded, so I'm not going to be taking encounters and I have a better chance to have them run away. But we get the canal out of the pirates, so Ordeals is on the table.
Yeah, so that's our NRC right away. This makes things very interesting. There's a lot you can do right now. We've got a free canoe, we've got ice incentive, we've got, of course, the sages in Crescent Lake, and then we have Ordeals, we have Waterfall, and we have Marsh Cave. So we have tons of locations that have incentive items. So it's a big old guessing game. What do you do first in this situation?
Are you asking me, or was that a rhetorical question for the runners?
I mean, I'm asking you. Why don't you tell me what you would do?
I would head down, get my level 3 and 4 magic, and if I had warp or exit, I would head over to Marsh Cave. And then from Marsh Cave, I would head to Ordeals, then I would head to Crescent Lake.
Yes. Okay, interesting that you would save Crescent for last. I like that play, though. I mean, it's all about your routing, but that totally makes sense. Head down to Ordeals, then head back north to the southern continent to hit up Crescent Lake. And then you still got Waterfall. If you get the Oxia along there, does that change your plan? Does that make you go to Onrak and potentially look for the key item in the Shrine?
Unfortunately, it does, because I've got level 1 brackets. So if I went with my plan, where I had a red mage, white mage, I still have that level 1 brack. So if I got up to level 12, 13 on that red mage, I'll have 5 or 6 casts of it.
Yeah.
I'm good to go with that.
Goat's Pirate finding out that we have cheap Ice 3. Nothing great for white magic. So unfortunately, Goat's Pirate's white mage, outside of life 2, is really does not have a lot going on. And yeah, Saracen, GG, and chat pointing out, Speedboat, it just does not feel right without seeing Speedboat nowadays.
At first, I didn't like the Speedboat because I don't like fast things.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Speed Runner
to it.
Right, so interesting. We've got all 3 elemental sweepers, right? We got Fire 3 at level 2, Ice 3 level 3, and Lit 3 at level 4. We don't really have... Ooh, there's our loot. I think that's the loot in the item shop.
Yep, that's correct.
So that's good information in the sense that you don't need that right now. You know what I mean? Like you're like, okay, cool, loot's here. I will just mark in my mind, hey, when I'm done and I'm ready to rock and roll, don't forget to go buy Elflin and buy the loot before you finish the... It's nothing that you need right now. It's not progression.
I'd absolutely fit into my route going Marsh, then Ordeals, then head straight up, grab the loot, and then go over to Crescent Lake.
Yeah. So it looks like Goat's Pirate's going to get out of the NRC. Krellin clearly taking a page from your book, as is Hate. Both runners heading. Well, it looks like. Yeah, both runners heading to Marsh Cave. I actually like the Marsh Cave play. It's a pretty quick check. Granted, there aren't really that many boxes, but that's why it's a quick check. There's only 10 boxes in Marsh Cave that the incentive item can be in. So as long as you have like warp or exit, which these runners don't have, but if you did, it's, check a few boxes, find your incentive, get out of there pretty quickly.
Yeah, this might have made me pause. I did a practice race of these where this exact scenario happened. I didn't have warp or exit, so I went to ordeals instead to grind levels and hope that level 5 had warp or exit. But Krellin finding the chime on top side.
There you go. May not be required, or that's not what I meant to say. May not be lead to progression currently, but it is required. So we got metal slimes here on this wizard tile. Interesting, because metal slimes are a spike tile on A sides and B sides. So I think that the metal slimes that are like that are the smaller one, like 3 to 4, is an A side tile. But if there's more of them, like 6 to 7 or so, that's the B side tile. But I don't know for sure. But I do like what Hate is doing here. He's firing off these fire 3s into these slimes so he can get a couple of levels.
This is dangerous. You don't have warp or exit. There are some nasty things that we haven't seen in this cave.
Yeah, and he hasn't gone topside to get the chime yet, so he doesn't even know where it is. Wait, takes him a few times and gets out of here. Krellin, he got the chime and he's now dipped out of there, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, so Goat's Pirate super quick. Actually, I liked what Goat's Pirate did. He docked his boat on the outside of the inner sea and used the river system to dock his boat, and then went down to Marsh Cave, went topside, got the chime, got out of there. Now he's on the outer, outside of the inner sea in his boat. So that's pretty interesting routing. Something I wouldn't have even thought to do, and I'm learning something new from one of these newer players.
I thought Ghost Pirate and I just became best friends, but he decided to go Crescent Lake or to the dark side.
Yeah, but this will be a quick check for him, I think. So it looks like everybody's pretty much got everybody's got their chime except for Hate. Hate does have the level advantage right now just because he obviously took those metal slimes there.
But Hate did go bottom first, so still going to have to get out, save it, and then go back in topside.
Yeah.
So I stuck Quad X at level 6, and then in White Magic, I think I saw Life slot 4.
Okay, that's good for the Red Mage bringers, but unfortunately you got to go to what, like level 20 before you can cast any level 6 spells? Or is it like level 6?
I think it's a little less than 20, but I thought it was like 18.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we got the tail out of here, which is totally... I mean, we do have the BB MDef to +3 right now, and the 4 as a master, so it does make that tail a little less womp-womp, but it's still nothing these runners want to see.
Yeah, especially without the floater to go turn it in. You're just going to be sitting on that, and that is kind of one of those red herrings, because you want to do your grind early with a black belt comp. And if you're thinking, well, maybe I can promote, so maybe I don't take my grind if I find one,
yeah,
that's where you run into danger.
Yeah, so looks like Hate, our last runner on stream, to get out of Market with that chime. Again, has the level advantage. He did take a few of those slimes, but it looks like he wiped out of there, so he's going to have to go back in for the chime. That's unfortunate. Scorpion's doing scorpion things, rocking him like a hurricane, I suppose.
Bridge boss, 12 minutes.
Love it.
I'm checking these chests. Rune sword +4.
That's going to be good for the Red Mage. So it looks like Goat's Pirate, our first runner into ordeals, he is literally... Did you talk to Goat's Pirate? Did you give him advice heading into the seed? Because he sure is following the Dead Pulse way of life, going to ordeals early.
You know, I did not talk to him, but I'm really glad. I really hope it pays off for him, because if it doesn't, I'm going to look like a schmuck.
So we're doing the pillar maze. Always so much fun that it's randomized, and Goat's Pirate completely lost, helpless. I totally get it. I've been there before. We've all been there. Can't find your way in and out.
Well, as is custom, I'm going to call that the cube is actually going to be in ordeals.
Of course it would be. And then the Achia is going to be in Waterfall, right?
Yep, and then we'll have the floater on, Sky 2. And...
Yeah. But then the key will be behind like Slab or Bottle, so you're going to need the floater.
We already have this all planned out. We don't need to see the rest of this race.
Yeah, we're going to go on ahead and take a break. Everybody enjoyed this run. A commentary free while since we've already called everything. So we've got Dusk Plume and Ordeals as well. Goat's Pirate did get through the Pillar Maze. Harm 4 doing work here. I love the Harm 4 pickup when you have the White Mage. So good. Especially if Dave. Eyeballs.
What is
there we
this?
Go. That's called a grind, sir.
Ordeals delivers.
Yeah. The problem here, though, is that we're too low level to even take this. Like, is he going to be able to even kill this thing?
You know what? We got like 4 more Brack charges. We got a pocket full of dreams. I think we're good to go.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like that's what he's going to do right now. He needs to drop one of the. He should actually, one of those black bolts should have been dropped a while ago, but he definitely needs to drop one of them right now. It looks like Blet has only 39 HP, so he'll be down here pretty soon. Problem with this is that if they can land a hit okay, but they just have terrible accuracy sometimes. I swear.
Yeah, and they look to have pillow hands, so.
I just now hitting level 10. That's at least going to get our 4th hit on one of the black belts. But these guys can have pretty high absorb sometimes. So there goes Blet. Yeah, so 4 hits, 25. That's not going to do it. That's that's at least a 4 or 5 round eye.
Yeah, what I want to point out though, Dusk Plume is coming up on this. I believe Dusk Plume stopped off at Dwarves, picked up the Rune Sword +4, and can put that on his Red Mage. That could make this grind very easy.
Yeah, he does have it on his Red Mage, you're right. And he also has Chucks, which, I mean, obviously they're not going to be useful past level 10, but it's at least something he can do a little bit of extra damage with. And Krellin just doing something I would have never thought to do in the history of ever. He is taking the gamble and going to Ice Cave.
Ghost Pirate picking up a ribbon, also picked up the Adamant.
Yeah. Probably looking for something to kill these eyes with a little bit easier. Probably thinking maybe he could find like a mage stick or something. But no, he's out of here. Hopefully he remembers how to do ordeals so he can come back in and grind, or maybe he'll, hedge his bets for maybe Agamas or Overworld T-Rex. But he's out of here.
I both like and dislike that play.
Yeah. Here we go.
I don't know if I can be any more wishy-washy.
Yeah. I either love or I don't love it. So what do you do here? We've got Masamune. Not Masamune, sorry. We have Adamant, and we still have the Waterfall. We're going to find out here from Krellin what's in Ice Cave.
I love the Ice Cave play because this is something that you're in a position where you're 5th place. You need to do something just that nobody else is going to do if you want to make up that ground, and Ice Cave is that thing. I bet dollars to donuts that no other player went to Ice Cave before they went out of the Inner Sea.
Oh, absolutely. I totally not a play that I like to make. I do not like doing Ice Cave through the river system, and Dusk Plume is not even taking the eye. He's not interested, and I want to go on ahead and just welcome SpeedGaming 4. We got the raid happening. Party of 50 people. How's everyone tonight? All right, so Krellin checking spike tiles. We have A sides because it was a single eye. We know where the eye is located. We know that Goat's Pirate didn't feel confident enough to grind it at this moment. And it looks like the adamant leads to the slab. That is a big womp womp.
Yeah, there is a reasonable chance that it's not going to be necessary. But
Yeah.
that ribbon was very nice.
Yeah. So he's got quite a bit of money. I like this play. You're here already. Maybe we'll go on ahead and get. And then maybe check level 5 magic too. See if there's anything useful here. We're starting to run out of places where these useful spells could be, like Nuke and Warp. We haven't seen Fast or Temper, I don't think. And there's Fast. There's Nuke. Speaking of.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Yeah, so Duskplume out of there with his Adamant. Hate going to Volcano.
We maybe check a couple of chests, maybe check some spike tiles.
Yep.
Krellin took the crown out of ice.
Yeah, this is unfortunate for Hate because Hate is probably the only person on stream right now that is in a good position to potentially take on and grind an eye if he goes down to Ordeal since he got those early levels off the slimes. Here we go.
Yeah, Frosties. I'll take Frosties all day.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Depends on what they have. I mean, Fire 3. Oof. They'll at least kill for you. And goes on ahead and resets out. So yeah, Krellin getting the crown out of here in Ice Cave. What if the crown...
The only place we haven't seen yet is Waterfall. So this has to be either the cube... Well... We still have the cube, the Oxyale open.
Did I just see what I think I saw? We got a Masa pull out of the armory. Now, if there's ever a time for Hate to go to Ordeals, it is right now. Because he could definitely solo grind an eye with a Masa in that black belt's hands.
It's going to be game, set, match if that's the case.
Yeah, that's a big brain play. I don't think I mean, you were talking about taking chances. What you should do in this situation, if you're in Hate's place where you're 8th place, you're pretty far behind, let's see here, what's his score? He's 39 points. So basically, he needs to come in first place, and Papa Ducks needs to basically forfeit for him to come in first place, right? And
correct, yeah.
Yeah, this is a huge... Like, he's taking some huge risks here, and that's Ward there, getting that Masa out of there.
The point is that that was a great play. He needs to capitalize on it. Basically, he can't open any more chests than he has to anymore. Mm-hmm. And that will give him just a huge... If he goes to Ordeals next, grinds 1 black belt up to 32 or higher, I mean, he is just going to fly through this seed.
Looks like Krellin able to get out of Ice Cave. Apparently, Chanigan pointing out that we found a ribbon in Ice Cave, so that's 2 of our ribbons. 1 very free in Ordeals, 1 in Ice Cave. Let's see what this crown turns into. Is Krellin making his way over to the finally King in Northwest Castle? King is going to give us... What was that? The cube?
That was the ruby.
Oh, the ruby. Okay, that's still fetch questy.
That's a feels bad fetch quest, though.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites for sure. And Dusk is literally doing what you said earlier. He did Ordeals, now he's heading over to Crescent. Maybe you talked to him before the race.
Well, I did 2 practice races that I streamed. I'm not saying that they watched them, but I specifically said this is the route that I take every time.
So yeah,
or maybe they're just brilliant. I mean...
Alright, so Krellin gonna turn in the ruby. And we're gonna see what Sarda has here. Duskplume getting a bad news tail. Hate is gonna kill Carrie, it looks like. Is he heading down? Yeah, he's continuing. I mean, he's got a Masa +2. Did he just
might as well.
Did he just wipe? What happened? I just saw him. I saw him on that one floor, and then all of a sudden he was back outside of Volcano. I hope he didn't just accidentally, reset out or something.
I think if Soften from chat is correct, one of his characters got stoned. Krellin picks up the Oxgale after the Ruby turn in.
Uh-oh. We got Oxiel. We know where the loot is. We've got the chime.
This makes Ice Cave necessary, though. It is absolutely required.
It may not be, though, if the floater's just like not for sale, but like hanging out in Waterfall.
Right. Oh no, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, if the floater's just hanging out. I don't know, we'll see. It depends on where the floater's located. If the floater's in Sea Shrine, then this ice play is absolutely required, though, and that would put Krellin way ahead.
I mean, there's always the off chance that there's something in Mirage.
Yeah, that is true.
To have the chime. And that's literally the last place that I would want to go.
Oh, absolutely. No way I'm checking that without the cube. Unless I've, like, completely exhausted all my options. Ooh. Got sort of a French vanilla fire here in the, what I think is the Agama tile. Ghost Pirate is an ice cave as well. And Dust Plume. Who are these people going to Ice Cave this early?
You know what? There is kind of a stigma, and I don't subscribe to this, but I understand what people do. They don't want to go to Waterfall if they don't have the Oxyel already. They don't want to double dip the content.
No, I get that.
100% understand that. I just don't subscribe to that. I will absolutely go to Waterfall over Ice in this case.
Yeah. I mean, my main issue with going to Ice Cave is just the traversing the river system. It just takes so long. And if you have an airship, it's just so much quicker. Whereas, you know, Waterfall isn't that much quicker with an airship. You still have to take that little bit of the river system up there, and, you know, you don't have like a really quick airship dock. So looks like we got our first Fiend fight here over on Hate 13's side. Gonna throw out a lock here. He's got that Massa +2. See what kind of damage we got. 3 hits, 276. Ice 3 coming out. Gonna do Ice 3 stuff. And there goes his oof.
That is a big oof.
Yeah, that's a big time oof, especially since he didn't even come close to doing half of Carrie's vanilla HP, and we know that these boss stats are clamped 100 to 150, so you're gonna have to do somewhere between 600 and 900 HP, and yeah, Hate's out of there. Not even gonna try carry again. I don't blame him. He'll come back later when he has levels.
Yeah, and that carry was hitting hard. I mean, I know there probably wasn't a lot of armor on there, but when you get hit for 700, you run off.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. So Hate getting out of here. He's also going to go to Ice Cave. So that's all 4 of our runners either have been or are heading to Ice Cave. Like I said, it's just all right. Like it.
Krellin is in Ordeal is going to, in about a minute, find those eyes, and then we'll see what he decides to do.
It depends on what his levels are. I mean, at least he's already 3-manning it. So as long as he's been taking battles here and there, he should have some reasonable levels to take down those eyes. And then the good thing about having the fighter is that he'll have kind of a meat shield, per se, once he gets his grind done. He can throw that guy up there with any armor he finds. And he can take some shellackins from the Fiend refights, if need be. There's our crown pickup from Dust Plume. Here we go. We've got eyes. Let's see what we decide here. 4 hits, 4 damage. 2 hits, some damage. Oh yeah, he's got like all melee though, so he could actually probably take this quite a.
Yeah, can and should. It's still taking him 3 rounds with all melee.
Yeah, but man, that's 1600 EXP right there. See what we got. He's trying to think about. Oh, he can actually equip that Sun Sword, so that's pretty good. I didn't see that Sun +2 early or -2 earlier. Everybody has a Red Mage. They should have maybe dropped down to a 2-man, go Black Belt Red Mage, Sun Sword. It's not doing much damage. Never mind.
No, it really won't until you get the next level hit.
And McCrellan looks like he's in the best spot to do this. Goats Pirate seeing some sandworms off the hard reset. It looked like. Nope, not off the hard reset. Just saw them up there. Now he's doing the old trusty desert check. Oh, T-Rex's second encounter off the hard reset, but opens with slow. That is not viable.
Oh, I don't like that at all. Is it a second slow?
I assume so. Yeah, you can't.
Can we get a third, please?
Yeah, Yeah, you can. Apparently, T-Rex rolling the slow script here. And there's nothing he can really do. There's no way he's gonna be able to kill this thing.
There are not enough fast chargers in the world to get through this, and I don't think Brack is going to work either. But it's good knowledge to have. It's good information that's there. So
yeah, unfortunately, Slow has a pretty. Ed, I think you got to be, especially with the 3+3+4 MDef. He's gonna have to be like in his mid-30s before Slow is like reliably missing. I mean,
well,
for the most
we had
part,
some free ribbons, so we just slap a ribbon on. If the T-Rex is not going to bite at all, it doesn't matter if you have one absorb.
True.
I like what Krellin is doing. Krellin is the only one on screen who's taking this eye seriously. Then again, Krellin's probably the only one who can kill it efficiently because of that fighter.
Yep. Yeah, that looked like a one-rounder there, so things are getting a little bit quicker for him. But yeah, this eye is kind of chonky.
Ghost Pirate going into Mirage without the cube, hoping that we find some things. We found the Vorpal +2. I believe that is the incentive item here.
Yes, that is in fact the incentive item, and that is a vanilla pickup there, because I am certain the Vorpal is in that chest that he checked in the vanilla game. Well,
and he also picked up the Excalibur, all of these lovely weapons, and Krellin is just looking like the biggest brain ever for bringing a fighter. It's unfortunate because with the eye tile, it just screams, you know what, just do the black belt. Once you hit like level 35, the black belt's going to be better even if the fighter had the mass command.
And it looks like Goats Pirate's going to wipe out of here. Doesn't need that Vorpal. Is going to get out of here. Has the information, at least, that Sky is not to play. And at this point, we are at a situation where either Floater's just straight out of Waterfall or a fetch out of Waterfall, or these people that have done Ice Cave, done the Crown, done the Ruby Turn-In, got the Oxyale, they're going to be looking pretty good going into Sea Shrine and potentially pulling that Floater out of there.
Right now, it looks like a 50-50. It's either in Waterfall or in sea. And if the Floater is in sea, absolutely, Krellin is in prime position to win this thing.
Yeah. So moving some people around, looks like his fighter is dead, so now he's down to a 2-man. Probably trying to get rid of that Red Mage as well. Red Mage might be going down here in the next battle or so. Might be a little premature because he's not really hitting the eye very hard with that black belt still. 4 hits for 141. This eye has well over 300 HP.
300 HP and pillow hands.
Yeah. So right now, Goats Pirate just trying to get a grind going. Doesn't want to go back into Ordeals. Thinking maybe just do some desert grind, get a couple of levels here, and see what he can do from henceforth. As Duskbloom doing the Ruby check, gonna get the Oxyale here in just a moment.
Did the cheeky check for those 4 chests down there and comes up Bupkis. Yeah, Krellin is trying to go down to 1 player here.
his Ruby. So
I don't mind if the red mage stays up a little longer.
Yeah, me neither. I would probably keep at least until we're level 20. Or 21, I mean. I saw level 20. There's our Oxio pickup from Dusk Plume. And Hate getting his Ruby and is probably going to do the exact same thing Dusk Plume just did a second ago. Krellin down to his black belt. Is his black belt 21? Let's find out. Yeah, 6 hits, still not one-shotting him. But at least it's 2 shots. That's a little bit better here. So 4,300 is what we are going to be getting from this eye for the next, you know what, probably 30 or 40 encounters.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Do I see?
And once we get up to like level 24, 25, we should be one-shotting it regularly.
Yeah. Yeah, so right now, Goat's Pirate is on a river system somewhere. I've got to assume he's heading towards Waterfall at this point.
He is. Oh, there's just some nasty stuff in this river system.
Yeah. That plate of chips just wrecking Goat's Pirate there. So here we go, our first runner into Waterfall to see if, in fact, what we need, what we want in life is here in Waterfall. I can also see why everybody was holding out on Waterfall too, because of the lack of... But then, yeah, Ice does look a little bit more enticing without Warp and Exit, with the random incentive.
You know what? Ice never looks enticing to me.
Doesn't matter. It looks like Goat's Pirate losing his black belt again to 3 mud golems. Does have life too, though. Dusk Plume knocking on Waterfall's door as well, right behind Goat's Pirate here. As Krellin just keeps going. Let's take these eyes. We got to go higher. We got to get them numbers up. There it is. It's been there.
That feels so bad.
It's been there the whole time.
We can still rest assured, going into Ice Cave, that got you a ribbon. So, I mean, I can't. Anyway, I spin it. I can't say it. It wasn't worth it.
I mean, unfortunately, none of these runners on stream are going to reap the benefits of the floater being in Waterfall, since everyone went to Ice Cave. That is really unfortunate. But it's fine. It's fine.
I suppose it's comforting now that we do know that. We pretty much have a handle on where everything else is going to be.
Yeah. And Krellin, once he gets that black belt up there, he's going to pedal to the metal. He's going to be just going. I don't see him opening up very many boxes.
Yeah. He's going to head over and he's going to do Waterfall.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then when he's done with Waterfall, or even turning into Floater, he'll probably go down to times. And he'll be in a good position to actually kill Kraken. I mean, all these runners should be fine against Kraken with bracket level 1. But, sometimes those insta-kills don't do what you want them to do.
I'll hate taking a Sphinx and Frosty fight inside of Earth. These aren't bad encounters to take.
Yeah. The Goat's Pirate getting his floater, doing what I think makes the most sense here. Even though we have the floater, you're already here and you have the Oxio, but you may as well find out what the incentive is down here, especially since he's the only one on stream that knows that Sky is a dud. So he's thinking to himself, Key's probably going to be here, or something that leads to the Key.
I don't think Ghost Pirate ever turned in the crown.
No, he didn't. You're right. Holy moly. He went to Ice Cave and did all that stuff and never turned in the crown. So yeah, he doesn't have the Oxtail. Oof. That's kind of a big time oof right there. I mean, you are in the southern continent. You've went out of your way to do Ice Cave. You know, crown is right there. And he had already done
yes and no. He went the opposite way to head down to Waterfall.
And I'm glad we have Krellin's audio here so we can just hear the lovely sounds of grinding. This is something I hear very regularly in my runs.
We're up to level 37 already. 38 minutes in, level 37.
Yep. He is definitely getting to the point now where he has more levels than the amount of time he's put into this seed. So that always feels pretty good. Something Thunder's always told me.
I'm lucky if I'm level 15 by the 50-minute mark.
I know, right?
Ghost Pirate first in the air, 39-minute mark. And we're definitely going to Sarda, getting the Oxtail. We'll probably turn in the crown, get the ruby, laugh all the way to the bank. Dustbloom heading into Sea Shrine now, going Mermaid side first. Mermaid side scares me a little bit. Without like a warper exit, I don't know. Just shy of the 40-minute mark, it looks like Krellin is done with his grind. I didn't see where he ended up, but I think it was 38 or 39. The Mancat successfully put him to sleep, but they're also casting Heal 3 and running, so that's just annoying. Oh my goodness, Squint comes out. The Black Belt resists it. That was the time to not get 3 and 256.
Yeah, that would have been... and I don't know how much of 56 that would have been. He's only got... He has that much less def because of the +3, you know?
Yeah, we've only got, 100 and... I think we have just about 100 MDef. That's not enough to make me feel better.
Oh, and there they are again. He gets away on first turn. He needs to get this ribbon out of this box.
Krellin, you're giving me a heart attack. Get out of here.
There's the ribbon. Okay, come on, put the ribbon on your character. Ludi, he could probably kill pretty easily here. Gets out of there. All right. Level 41. Guess he's thinking he might get that last level on the way to the end of the game. And there we go. Krellin, our first runner on stream to finish his grind just above the 41-minute mark. Goats Pirate getting his Oxtail, coming back to Sea Shrine, knows this is where he has to go. Progression has to be in here somewhere, whether it's the key, whether it's the bottle that could potentially lead to the key. We don't know.
We still have the slab, though.
Yeah. We do have the slab, and the slab could potentially lead to the key.
So this is actually, a 50-50 now?
Hmm?
Because the other one is going to be the Power Gauntlet.
Well, we also need the cube. The cube we need to finish the game, but Goats Pirate knows that the cube can't be down here because he already found the Vorpal in Mirage. So this can't be the cube because the cube won't lead to progression.
That's right. We still have the key, and Canaria is an incentive location as well.
There's our herb.
Finding the herb.
Yeah. So Duskplume getting the herb out of Mermaids. It's the unconventional play going to Mermaid side first, but it pays off for him. And yeah, Krellin going to Waterfall is going to be in the air here. Holy moly. This is awesome.
Takes a sharp right turn.
That's fine. Whatever. He just needs to bring his Light Warriors back to life by like 8 million cents. It's fine.
There's an argument to be made to go to Sea Shrine before hitting up Waterfall. It's not a great argument, but it's an argument.
Ooh, and he's gonna do it. Oh, he's not. Okay, he's just saving it. Well, okay, no, he's going to Waterfall first. All right. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's still gonna probably have to pull the incentive item out of here. The herb could potentially lead to the or could potentially lead to the key, which could potentially lead to the cube.
And I didn't see Hate. What is Hate doing? If he's fighting Mancats, that means he's back in Ordeals?
Has he done? Let me check his inventory. I don't. Oh, yeah. He must have come back down here to try to get that grind going now that he has a few more levels, because he's got the adamant in his inventory.
Mancat's taking a page out of the T-Rexes.
Doing some vanilla action with slow.
Oh, ick. Mancats are the worst.
Yeah, Mancats are already awful in vanilla because they just spam fire, but they can be annoying in the rando as well. So Krellin, only about 3 minutes after grinding all the way to 42, is about to get his floater, and he's in prime position to go in shrine and just wallop everything down there and get that herb and kill Kraken. There's our floater. If you're 45 minutes in, you know where the loot is. You've got the rod, the oxyale. All you need is the key and the cube, and you have a 42 black belt. How you feeling at this point?
I'm feeling like I need to stop opening boxes.
Yeah.
I know that those 6 boxes there, and that's just a little something. Like, I always check those boxes, and I have to manually remind myself every time, if I've already finished my black belt grind, there's nothing you can possibly get out of those boxes that are going to help you.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially when you already have. Krellin did do Ice Cave, and he did Ordeal, so he has to do ribbons in his inventory. There's absolutely nothing he needs out of a box. So it's time to put the pedal to the metal, as they say. Let's fire it down. And on the mermaid side, but I don't remember him taking on Kraken. Did he wipe out of Sharknado floor? Because he was definitely on that floor.
There was shenanigans going on that I saw, and then I diverted my attention. I know that his black belts kept going down.
Yeah, well, Duskplume must have already cleared that. No, Duskplume got the herb, correct? Yeah, so he went Kraken side or mermaid side first. That's why we found out that the herb was down there to begin with. And he is beelining his way to Kraken right now. He's got 2 Brak casts, so he's probably going to go for the cheeky Brak kill here.
Lobsters with cremate, that is something you just don't want to see. And let's take a look at Goat's Pirate screen really quick. Bubbles.
Bubbles.
I missed it last time, so I had to pay homage to that. That's really awesome.
Yeah, so Hate back in here. Okay, he's getting everybody. Okay, what?
Grab the incentive item and then go back, because it gives you an extra, 5% experience.
I guess I was just under the impression he had already gotten that. All right, so we got Kraken here on your bottom left. Opens up with fire 2. Feels pretty good. Oh, Soft Gnome helping me out saying he wiped. Still going for Brak strats. That would be Bane and Brak coming out. Oof! There goes his red man. I got a couple more Braks. Let's see what happens here. Misses again. Dark coming out. That's a wasted turn. Lit 2's also a wasted turn. Let's see if this Brack does something. Broke it into pieces. Kraken goes down. Dusk Plume at the 47-minute mark is going to be our first person on stream to light up an orb.
So yeah, Ghostfire getting the news that the herb was down. They're going to walk this out and then probably follow in Dusk Plume's footsteps, maybe a couple minutes behind. Krellin just marching towards Kraken's side.
Yeah, definitely the play. When you already have that black belt, go Kraken side. The worst thing that happens is you clear this floor, and then you have to go down to Mermaid side anyway. But the best thing that can happen is obviously the incentive item is on the way to Kraken side. You don't have to go to Mermaids. Ooh, there's a unrunnable Acma paddle here in the water floor, but it has thunder. So that's a little scary.
No temptation to take that.
Oh, I see thunder.
See, this is what it's like. In this world, there are no speedboats, there are no warp or exit. There is only walking. We do see Wall at level 7. That's nice, I guess. I mean, it's not like we found 2 ribbons or anything.
It's not like that at all. Dusk Plume in the air. Shortly after lighting up his first orb here, gonna go on ahead and talk to the Lefanish. I know he got a slab. Hopefully he translated it. We're gonna find out here shortly. His unrunnable giant's just gonna be in the way.
Thank goodness we have a couple of nuke charges.
Yeah, that should take him down.
So Hate, finally down to the single character with the mass immune, is one-shotting these eyes now, already level 20. So we're probably going to see another 5, maybe 6 minutes until we're fully good to go.
Krellin gets ambushed by these cremate lobsters. This is ugly. Even though he has 2 ribbons, it's just annoying to watch a bunch of cremates come out. Especially once they decide to start attacking for like 1 billion damage. Dazzle after cremate. That's just obnoxious. Why they gotta be that way? And I was too busy staring at Krellin's screen. I did not see what Dusk Plume got from the Lefanish. Chanigan also missed what Dusk Plume has. That's our tracker.
Everybody gets one. I love Chanigan. Chanigan.
No, Chanigan's amazing. He is an amazing tracker. It's just funny that all of us completely missed what he got. Oh, it was the key. I saw his inventory. The key is the slab turn in.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I got sucked into Krellin's screen too. Gregory Puff, when you just mentioned, oh, look at all this cremate going on, my eyes just got drawn to it. You commanded it.
I did. So we do know that the slab was required that we got from the adamant, which was out of ordeals. So ordeals required. Ice, not so much. But floater is definitely 100% was going to be required anyway. We already kind of knew that. But if this key leads to the cube, then Dusk Plume will be in go mode. Because we know for sure that that the loot is for sale in Elfland. And I mean, it can't really be very many other things. Like, what else is left that we can do?
That's a great question.
There's our crystal. So a few turn-ins left. You know, crystal. TNT is still out there. Bottle's still out there. Herb. We haven't seen what the herb turns into.
Yeah, the herb could. There's the only end points that we have are going to be the cube and the power gauntlet. So that herb is our 50-50 to turn into that.
Yeah.
I'm still sticking with the cube is going to come out of ordeals. So we're still, if the crystal eventually turns into the cube, I'm going to claim victory here.
I think so as well.
As we're jibber-jabbering along, Krellin just punching down Kraken, Ghost Pirate taking on Kraken, and Hate the 13th still deciding that eyes need to be punished.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they get for existing. Sometimes you just, like, a thing that's just an eye. Like, why? Why would you exist? What are you? What are you even? You're just a head with one eye on it.
And Ghost Pirates is having just the crummiest of luck. Manages to get the Brack off, has one Light Warrior, and lights the orb. But I have lost count how many times that those Black Belts have died.
Yeah.
It is in the dozens.
Yeah. The Ghost Pirate, did he... Oof. Yeah, he's having a rough time keeping those Black Bolts alive. And Krellin in the air, hopefully, Chad is pointing out, hopefully remembers that he has that adamant that he needs to adamant up into a slab, then translate the slab so he can get the key.
Wait, was that the TNT? The herb turned into the TNT? I failed again.
No, I think you're right. Herb turned into TNT, or the crystal turned into the TNT, one of the two. And there's our power bonk here. So whatever turned into the TNT was the power bonk. But he does have the well, so we're going to see if he heads over to Elfland, or if he heads up to Matoy's cave. I want to say he has not been the herb yet. And Ghost Pirate turning in the herb, that's the bottle.
And it turns into the bottle.
And so we know that that bottle is going to lead to the cube. It can only lead to one thing, because we just saw that Key Lock Canaria was the crystal to the TNT to the power bonk.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was going to be the crystal to the TNT to the power bonk. That's what was coming out of it.
That's what. Yeah. Definitely not the cube. So that's crazy. I've run these flags several times. When was the last time you ran this flag set where both floater lock things were required?
I'm going to put a big never on that.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I can't remember the last time the bottle and the slab were both required. But yeah, Krellin, blink and you miss it. Literally finished his grind 14 minutes ago, is lighting up his second orb. That just goes to show sometimes, oof, Harry did disrespecting that 41 black belt. This should do it though. Man, she took that's crazy. She took eight hits.
Not screwing around. And poor Hate went to try to take her on at level 10.
Yeah. The Ghost Pirate's going to be our first runner not on stream, because he hasn't done the slab translation yet, but he's going to be pretty close to being our first runner on stream to be in go mode, since he's about to get the cube out of here. Hate still in ordeals. Looks like he's level 37. And what is this Gaia shop? Golds and pro rings. Oh, sorry, that's Elfland. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Remembering to pick up this loot. Smart move. Nothing worse than finding the loot really early in an item shop and then just forgetting about it and then going to Topher.
That might have happened to me once. But you can never prove it.
It's Pirate going ahead and turning in his slab. We know it's going to turn into key, which is going to put him in go mode. But he still needs levels. Dustplume also still needs levels, even though he's getting pretty close. Krellin, our only runner on stream right now, has that black belt round and ready to rock and roll. But Hate not too far behind. That Masamune really doing a lot of help here. I think it was a much more efficient grind on Hate's side, but he's still a little bit behind as far as progression is concerned. He still needs to get in the air, still needs to turn in the adamant to get the slab. He still needs to go to Waterfall to get the floater. Still needs to go into Sea Shrine to get the herb, to get the bottle, to get to the cube. It's crazy.
Yeah, but at level 41, the gas is on. Pedal to the metal.
It's just crazy. I'm like thinking these flags over. thinking how many times like neither slab or bottle were required. You know, the times where neither sea or sky were required, and it's just like all like the way the seed is played out has just been pretty wild. You know, so yeah, Hate the 13th finally done with his grind, kills that blue D just for giggles, and is gonna go on ahead and head probably, I have to assume, over to the on-rack area. He has the oxtail. He knows Waterfall's there. He's gonna probably get the floater, get the herb out of there, do all that stuff. Dusk Plume in the air is gonna do class change. I mean, you may as well, if you're in the air and you haven't ground up yet, you may as well get that class change because you're getting more MDef per level with these flags. And Krellin in Earth Cave gonna command respect from Lich.
So Krellin's in an interesting spot right now because Krellin did not dive Mermaid side to get the herb. And he doesn't know that that is going to be required to get the cube. So what I'm assuming after this, he is going to go up, turn in the slab. That's going to turn into the key. Turn the key, do that whole thing, and realize that the cube is either in Mirage or it's in C.
Oof. And since he's already been to C, he's probably going to clear Sky. Well, luckily, he'll see the Vorpal in that first floor. Like, at least the Vorpal's not like, in the far right room on Sky 3, and he's going to full clear all of Mirage before finding it. But this is this feels bad. And I've done this before, man. When you're like pedal to metal and you've got that 42 black belt and you're just trying to go. It is easy to go kill Kraken and then completely forget that you hadn't picked up the incentive item yet.
Oh, look at that Goat's Pirate schemes. English hurts. Goat's Pirate Scream. Wow, I can't even say that 10 times fast. Red fire hydrants doing poison things. That's not great. Oof. I love red fire hydrants. I love to kill them for experience. Now, not so sure. And as far as chat goes, Saracen, yes, there was a jingle when the Vorpal was picked up. Something our awesome devs added in, so you can tell where incentive items are, even if they're not true incentive items.
Yep. No more Schrodinger's ribbon. So we can actually have an incentive ribbon with loose items, and you'll know when you pick up the incentive ribbon, as opposed to being like, was that my incentive ribbon? I don't know. All right, so Goat's Pirate making its way to Tia, trying to light up his first orb here.
That'll be Goat's Pirate's second orb. He did manage to brack Kraken with just the Black Mage alive and got out of there.
I was just going off our tracking here. But yeah, so got the water orb lit. Gonna try to light up it. Dusk Plume gets the Vorpal, gets the information, or is about to get the Vorpal here, is going to get the information that he needs to know that the cube is going to be the herb turn-in. Which he didn't do when he was in the area. He did Keylocked Canaria, TNT, Power Bonk, but I guess forgot to go to Elfin Castle to do the herb to bottle to cube. Or maybe, again, I don't know, I'm just looking at the track, at our stuff here. Otherwise, I'm not really sure why he's opening boxes on Sky 1. Krellin getting the key. That's huge.
Tiamat whipping out Thunder for Goat's Pirate. Just nothing going right until Brack. Maybe it's going to hit. Ineffective. Wall goes off on Nuke. Hoping that Brack is going to go off. We're going to cure 4.
Yeah. Now I like this play here. Trying to keep Nuke alive here. Is his black? I feel like there's a drinking game about his black belts dying.
It has been at least 35 times. Oh, and
there we go.
And look at it goes off.
Yeah, Bracken the Tiamat, and that is the second orb lit just over the hour 2-minute mark.
I don't understand how one Ghost Pirate can be so lucky and so unlucky at the same time.
Go, Krellin gonna turn in the key we know is gonna lead to the power box. He's gonna be spinning his wheels because he's not sure. At this point, if you forgot you hadn't done it, like, what are you thinking? Like, you go kill Kraken, you just dip out of there. You're like, uh-oh, what am I missing? What am I thinking? What's going on here?
I am under the impression that this was a calculated play, because I have done this before, where I will not dip C in the hopes, like, I will go kill Kraken, but I won't dip mermaids even if there is an incentive, because I'm banking that that's not an incentive I need.
Dustplume picking up the Vorpal again. Ghost Pirate really trying to get this overworld grind going. Because he knows at this point he's an hour 3 in. He doesn't have a grind. He knows levels on that black belt if he's going to do anything. And at this point, we're an hour 3 in. You've already seen an eye in Ordeals. Do you feel behind if you haven't ground by now?
Anytime that I know it's a black belt, I usually, like, for these flag sets, I would say 45 minutes. If I don't have my grind done by the 45-minute mark, I'm feeling behind.
Krellin getting the bad news. Arbok, let's see where he heads. Okay, he is heading back to Sea Shrine, so it was a calculated play. We'll have to ask him about it. I'm going to try to remember that in our interview here. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to... Oh, no, he hasn't been to Sky yet. He's going to get the Vorpal out of here, and then he's going to realize that what he needs is down in Sea Shrine.
I don't hate this play. I don't hate going here and hoping that the cube is here. It's unfortunate we know that that's not the case, but...
Yeah, but again, like I said before, he's going to get the Vorpal in about 2 seconds. It's not like it's on Sky 3, that far right room, and he's full clear this whole area before finding out the bad news. Like, he's going to at least know right away, and he's going to probably go up and kill Tiamat in about 3 minutes after finding the Vorpal. Oh no, he can't kill Tiamat because he doesn't have the cube. Never mind. Don't listen to him. There's our jingle sound on the Vorpal. See what he thinks. Oh! Did you see that?
Oh my goodness! This is masterful. There's nothing better I can say. Knows that it's a 50-50. It goes to the one that's going. Like, this is a perfect. What's the best case scenario for me? Best case scenario, cube is in Sky.
Yeah.
So saves it halfway through, goes to the one that's going to be the best case scenario for him. Oh my goodness.
That is a lot of wrinkles in his brain there. As he, that was a big old move as Krellin makes his way down to mermaids. We know the herb is down here. We know the herb turns into the bottle, which turns into the cube, and that will put Krellin in go mode with 3 orbs lit, and really nothing else to do outside of that. Duskplume still heading through Mirage, doesn't have a cube that I am aware of, unless he did the herb bottle cube and we just missed it.
I wouldn't put it that past us.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's the case.
Yeah, he's opening. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as things move on. But yeah, Krellin and the right floor, right where he needs to be. Usually, if I am checking mermaid side, I will beeline mermaids. I won't even bother checking the TFC floor because why? Too many chests. Too many chests.
So Ghost Pirate hanging around level 23 to 25 with his characters. Mm-hmm. He's taking some sandworms and some T-Rexes, not too shabby.
That's still checking boxes. Now he knows he picked up the incentive Vorpal in that room. Gives you the jingle. What's he looking for? What do you think he's looking for?
I do not know.
And he hasn't been to Volcano, so it's not like he's gonna pull low-level Masa fight black belt thing. He's just looking for gear to put on his black belt. Anyways, Hate does pull the herb. I guess he went on ahead and went Kraken or Mermaid side right away before killing Kraken, and before even going to Waterfall.
Krellin does pull the herb out and is going to run to turn that in.
Yeah.
Ghost Pirate finally downs all of his characters down to just up to the black belt.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to
hard time surviving.
One thing I did want to point out is while I love, it's actually quicker to get out of Amrak if you go south near where that dragon is than to walk all the way out to the entrance that you would normally come into. Just some food for thought later. If you're trying to get out of a place without warp or exit.
So like we said, Dustplume was probably trying to look for a ribbon, as he does have the cube and is marching his way up to Tiamat.
It's all good, Channing, and we're just having a good time here. We're just having fun, enjoying the game. But yeah, he must be maybe just trying to get levels. Maybe, like you said, trying to get a third ribbon. Because he's been to Ice Cave, he's been to Ordeals. I heard those ribbons were pretty free. There's some dragon armor.
And at 1 hour, 9 minutes, Hate finally going into Waterfall, getting that floater.
So if you're getting a floater this late in the game, how you feel? I'm not feeling good. But
Well,
how are
I
you
got my grind out of the way, so I'm feeling fine.
Yeah. And he's like literally a couple away from go mode. He needs to go Adamant so he can get the key. He needs to do the herb so he can get the cube, and then he can go mode the rest of the game. So I can guarantee I'm going to say it now. From the time he goes back down and kills Kraken until he finishes everything up, 20 minutes tops.
Who are you referring to?
Hate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That pedal is going to be to the metal, and 20 minutes might even be a conservative guess.
Yeah.
That being said, with Krellin is literally 45 steps away from being in go mode.
Krellin getting a cube. He is, in fact, in go mode. Our second runner on stream to be in go mode. And is going to make short work of this Sky Palace. Krellin will be done here in the next 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah, unless we get any major hiccups, I mean, we're going to have 2 minutes here and 1 minute travel time and probably, 5 or 6 minute Topher, hopefully. And hopefully no speed bumps along the way, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, we got fast at level 5. That could the red mage learn that fast? Was it slot 2? If he hasn't done clash,
no.
Yeah, if he hasn't done clash change yet, he can't do fast.
At level 42 black belt, I'm not doing fast.
Okay.
I would rather wait.
I mean, it is the difference between 1-shot in a fiend and 2-shot in a fiend. But yeah, I can see what you're getting at here. As Dustplume keeps clearing.
Taking a little bit of a walking grind. I don't hate this. You don't want to head back to Ordeals to do it. You've decided, I'll just take a couple levels, maybe get up to 32.
Hate going for the class change, even though he's already ground. I would
No,
say maybe
we got a black shirt to equip. We got a second fast caster to get.
eh, maybe Temper was like an unlearnable black mage slot. Not that you're gonna ever use Temper in this situation, but maybe.
Oh, did you see how observant I am? Dust Plume pulling out the third ribbon.
Woohoo! That's what's up.
Bridge of Destiny time for Krellin. Gets those
Yeah.
fire hydrants. Poison comes out. Let's see if his party is fine because of MDF.
Yeah, he looks like he's doing pretty good. Gonna get out of this okay. Hopefully, we don't know what's behind that stone poison though, but we'll never find out as he gets away from it. And I think we called it. He walked in here an hour 11, and he's an hour 13 on the Bridge of Destiny. Just needs to get away from these battles.
I liked the side by side how Krellin is on the Bridge of Destiny and Goat's Pirate was on the walkway out of promoting, and it looked similar. It just tickled me a little.
Ooh, Tiamat took a punch to the face, did about half his base health there. Another punch takes him down. Yeah, that'll do it. And Krellin lighting up his fourth orb at just under the hour 14-minute mark. Yeah, I imagine with, like you said, without too many hiccups, Krellin's time's going to be about an hour 21.
I mean, Krellin has been showing just amazing skill this game. I would be impressed if we didn't see like a 6-minute Topher.
Yeah.
But Hate doing some flying, doing the bottle, going to be in go mode.
Yeah.
And fully grinded.
Flanagan pointing out that I guess when he didn't kill Kraken, he got the herb and just dipped out and went. Oh yeah, that's right, because he got the herb, he left, went to Waterfall, and then went and got the floater, and probably just forgot he never actually killed. Oh my gosh, he forgot he never killed Kraken, I guess.
Bane Sword strats on Duskplume's side, not working so well. We're switching over to nukes. And that black belt is only punching for 6 hits. I think still, sub 32.
Mm-hmm.
Krellin, though, you blink and you miss it. Already gonna head back 2,000 years into the past. Duskplume lighting his second orb, 1 hour 15 minutes 45 seconds. Yeah, Ghost Pirate has maybe 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left of grinding before I think he's ready to go, and at that point he's in go mode, so all he has to do, head down to Volcano, head over to Earth, and he'll be in Topher before you know it. Duskplume deciding, you know what, I think I'm good, I'm just going to start clearing things out, and headed over to Volcano.
Well, if he does end up clearing Volcano, he's going to get the Masa, which is going to make that black belt at least a little bit more useful with his levels. You may not even need to grind.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at that point, you're probably at, 5 hits with that Master Unit, if not 6.
Yeah. So yeah, Krellin I literally looked down at Duskplume's screen to see what he was doing in Volcano, and Lich got exploded.
We don't need fast where we're going.
Yeah. He did something to where Krellin felt like he needed to use a bunch of heal pots, but yeah, Krellin just making his way down here. And
Greatly Puff, you called it. Duskplume checking out Armory, gonna get that mass immune.
Yeah,
Now, carry 1 was very scary. Let's see if carry 2 has anything to say. Nope.
He took like one punch to the face, and that was pretty much it. Krellin coming down. We're on the water floor. Does not hug the wall. Doesn't hug the wall.
Goodness, Jat is out there just clenching his teeth.
Yeah, so little hugs were walled. Or so, what did I just say? So little walls were hugged in that floor. Krellin pulling up Kraken. He's going to put the fighter, his little meat shield, in the front row. Kraken throwing out it fast. That's a free turn as Lock 2 comes out. Big old punch, 10 hits, 415. Kraken's not evasive, but he does have a bit of absorb. So what are we going to do? We're going to keep the locks coming. Oh! His fighter took 11 hits, 450 to the face, is up with 13 HP. Kraken goes down the following round. And yeah, we still have our meat shield up for Tiamat. Goats Pirate heading towards Carrie, going to try to get the revenge. Hate trying to light up his air orb. It looks like he did light up the water orb. I don't know what's going on. We're just
you're right. Everyone is Krellin is a little bit ahead of everyone, but everyone else looks neck and neck.
Yeah.
It's that 882 and 4 hits coming off the fighter for 4 damage. Probably next turn, Tiamat's going to be down, and we're going to be out of chaos.
Yep. Big old punch, 10 hits, 508 damage. Lit 3 comes out. That's nothing to worry about. 4 hits, 4 damage coming out of that fighter. Still doing the attacks. And a big old 10 hits, 990. Tiamat 2 down. We're just down to chaos here. Krellin about to go into the chaos battle at what I called the 1 hour, 20-minute mark, just shy of it. Carry, the revenge, has happened over on Goat's Pirate's screen, and he has lit up his fifth orb, good lord, this fire orb, and all he needs to do is go down there and kill Lich. We got chaos on our screen here on Krellin's side. Big old punch, 4 hits, 100? Did I see it correctly? No, that must have been from the fighter. Oh, 10 hits, 758. That's what I expected to see. Yeah, trying to back row that black belt. Another 10 hits, 707 coming out. Trying to think about what he wants to do. Cure 4 is going to come out. Going to keep that black belt alive a little bit longer. Meat Shield doing Meat Shield things. 10 hits, 954. We are definitely past Chaos's base HP, and this should do it here. 10 hits, 854. Oh my lord. How much HP does this Chaos have?
Crack!
And that'll do it. 5 hits, 586, and first place official race time GG time of 1 hour 20 minutes 23 seconds. He is not only our first place runner on stream, but our overall first place finisher.
Yeah, GG's to Krellin. That is what he needed to do.
And Blinken, you missed it, and somebody's in chat with us. Hopefully Krellin will join us here in just a little bit. And we can talk to him a little bit about his run and how he felt doing the eye grind and all that silly stuff. Goat's getting the bad news about well, I guess not really the bad news. He had to have known that was going to be the power bonk there. Guess he wanted it. Dusk Plume. Gonna go on ahead and head into Earth Cave. Do some Earth Cave things. Gonna go try to kill Lich here. And joining us, our first place finisher, Krellin. How you doing today?
Hello everyone. That was I'm doing a lot better now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great run.
Yeah,
everything
awesome,
looked,
Krellin.
Yeah, everything looked awesome. Like it looked very smooth. You know, you were. I want to say you were one of the last people to find the eye, but because you had more than everybody else, and you had melees, you were able to actually kill the eye, where the other two runners that found the eye before you weren't able to really grind it at the moment.
Yeah. So my whole plan is always, if you're going to go into a place, make sure that you can do something. I try to either leave marsh or leave the area before with getting like level 7, 8, 9, or 10. That way you can actually do some damage. Without that, if you run into something that's perfect like that, you're never, ever going to be able to get it down. And so it was beautiful and perfect, and I was like, I grind! And I think I scared my dog yelling it, because I knew exactly what I was going to do.
That's awesome. I mean, it ended up working out great. One of the big plays we saw you do, and it was just so beautiful. We saw that you went down, you killed Kraken, and you didn't dive mermaids because you were like, well, maybe what I need here isn't required, because you still had some options available, right? So
I tried to be cheeky. I was like, okay. Maybe this will be able to get me. If everyone else dove and there's something that's down there and I have to go open up 15 chests, I still have other stuff that's elsewhere. The key was missing, cube was missing, didn't know what was in, it could have been in Mirage, because that's happened to me before, where the cube was actually hidden in Mirage. I just took that chance, and I thought that was what was going to make me lose the game.
Mm-hmm. Well, it did not make you lose the game because you did something big old galaxy brain play. I loved I'm going to save over near Onrak. I'm going to check Mirage. I'm going to go in without saving, check Mirage, and see if my incentive, progression is here. And once you found that Vorpal, you immediately reset, and blam, you were back to the Onrak location so you could dive Sea Shrine. That was brilliant.
Yeah, I was like, if it's not here or if it's something stupid, because I found the bonk and I was like, okay, I kind of want to keep that just in case something had a massive amount of absorb. It just might be needed. I didn't have fast. I didn't have warp or bonk or temper, nothing. So I knew I was going in weak. So bonk has won me games before. So I wanted to make sure that I kept that. But everything else, I mean, the Vorpal was just not needed.
Yeah, I need that Vorpal. So it looks like Dustplume going to light up his fourth orb here, going after the Fiend of Earth. The only runner on that has not ground up that black belt. I am not sure what level this black belt is. I don't think he's even level 32 yet, because that was only 5 hits. Yeah, level 27 on the black belt. This is risky play. Even with a Masamune in that black belt's hand, this is pretty risky because we don't know where Temper is. We do have fast that is Red Wizard and Black Mage learnable, but I'm just gonna say that. And Blink and You Miss It and Goat's Pirate also lighten up his form. He is gonna follow Hate 13 into Topher here in just another minute or so. And here we go. The race begins. So while these guys are racing through Topher, all three of these guys, tell me your thoughts. Like, what were you thinking going into this? Obviously, you probably remember these similar flags to this during spring tournament, right? So what was your thoughts?
Honestly, I couldn't remember a thing. I was like, did we do this? Did we really do this? I don't remember this at all. When did we do this? I did a practice last night and it went okay. So I kind of knew what I was doing, and I just kind of reviewed my notes that I had written down. So I kind of knew what I was looking for and where I was going to go. I was just, and like even like down to, if depends on how many, like I even wrote down a note saying if I get fewer, I'd rather take a fight on the water floor. So I didn't hug the walls there, because I'd rather, if my fighter goes down, or I'd rather take a fight on the Kraken floor than I would on the floor with Tia 2. I did not want to do any fights in Tia 2, and it ended up working.
Yeah.
I counted it out, but oh man, that was scary. That whole thing was just terrifying.
Yeah, don't worry. When you go back and watch the restream, I will talk about how very few walls were hugged on a particular floor. So I'm glad that was like a conscious effort on your part.
Oh, the step count was terrible. It's like my most hated floor in the entire game is the water floor, and I wanted to take the fewest amount of fights, but enough that I'm going to go into the next floor after hopefully killing Kraken with as few fights as possible, because I don't want to. I'd rather get to that potential fight on Chaos rather than getting roadblocked by 5 fights on that floor and just be table flipping.
Yeah, for sure. So all these runners here in Topher. Right, we got Goat's Pirate here just before the Earth floor. Hate is on the Earth floor. Duskbloom not too far behind on the floor prior to where is he is lost in Topher. Okay, he's just heading over there. Okay. All right, cool. Life is good. We got it all figured out. Hate coming down here. Probably going to show as much respect for Lich 2 as anybody gives Lich 2 as he brought it fast. I'm kind of shocked by that. Fast coming out. 19 hits. That was a lot of damage. And I think we left Lich in a pile of dust.
That looked like a little bit of overkill.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. Goat's Pirate, not too... Oh, sorry, going ahead.
Oh, I was just asking, did everybody get up their black belts up to 32 or 42?
Everyone went to about 42. I think you stopped at, what, 30 or 40?
I stopped at 40 because I knew I was going to end up at around 42, 43 if I just kept going. I just, it's time to go.
Oh, how are those cats, by the way? You want to talk about them?
The what? Oh, that was terrifying. Oh my gosh. It's like if I run into anything that can one-shot me, I'm screwed. And that was like, I can't go to 32 and pray. I don't have a way to down bosses at 32. It needs to be 42. And I was like, I even checked to see if I could put on the ribbon before I started walking. It's like, okay, was it no ribbon? Yeah, it was no ribbon. And I was like, no.
The black belt had no ribbon. See,
Yeah.
we didn't get to check the blessings before the seed even started.
Oh,
So we had no idea.
ribbon. I was terrified. Oh, those stupid cats. Those are scary.
Yeah, Krellin, if you're ever going to do that again, where you take a black belt grind and run into man cats that are scary, make sure you tell me so I don't eat a full cheesesteak before, because I was almost about to have a heart attack.
Oh, that was terrifying. And I got out of that and I was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Hey, getting it fast out. 20 hits, 11 something or another, and cracking 2 down. Showing us how quick, fast make things happen. Uh-oh. What's happening over on Carrie's side? Why is Goat's Pirate just down to a red mage?
Bane. His whole party got baned.
Oh, no.
The worst luck and the best luck all wrapped into one. That is Ghost Pirate.
Yeah,
but Krellin, a quick addendum. Dustplume actually only went to 32 on the black belt because he found the mass mutant.
Oh, where was that?
That was in Armory.
Huh. I was in straight go mode at that point.
Well, we'll see how this works for Dustplume. Yeah, we didn't mention that that he did not grind. He is going to go on ahead and treat his black belt as not a strong fighter with that Massacre and see how things go. But he went on ahead and took down Lich 2 with no issues. And blink and you miss it. Hate's already killed Tiamat too. So Goat's Pirate back in Topher after that Bane fight. We got Chaos on screen. Let's see how this goes. Observing is fast just enough. Gonna make sure 2 fast go off, and unfortunately neither go off before he actually goes. That feels pretty good, right?
Womp womp.
Womp womp. So Invis 2 and nukes are coming out. That should have been a wait. Big ol' hit, 20 hits, 11 something. Crack coming out. Crack misses the black belt, but takes out the black mage. This should do it here. 20 hits, 1600 damage. Give your GGs out for Hate 13. Not coming in 11th place tonight. Overall 7th place finish. Second on stream with official race time. GG time of 1 hour 31:57. We'll get Hate here in just a moment. We'll talk to him. Ask him how he feels about a bunch of 11th place finishes and a 7th place finish.
GG, he obliterated Chaos.
Yeah.
I never went back to pick up fast. I just didn't have time to promote. It was.
Yeah, you had things to do. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been the airship to there, walk down there because you don't have exit or warp, do the thing, then go to Melman to get the fast. Are you really saving that much time? Maybe, if you're getting good turn order in the faster. But let's go on ahead and get our GGs out here. Hate the 13th. What's going on, sir?
This is weird. I didn't finish 11th.
Yeah, go reset and try again.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
And hit undone. Wait until the person comes in 10th place and then done again.
That would be a thing.
That would be a thing. So, so a couple of things I gotta ask you. Hate, what were you doing in Volcano at like the 15-minute mark?
I was just being risky, and I was expecting to lose that, but you know, I had to give it a try. It was a risk. It had a very poor return on it, except for finding that masa.
Yeah, so we talked about that. We thought, oh my gosh, that is a Galaxy Brain play. At the point that you were in Volcano, somebody else had already been to Ordeals and found the eye tile, but couldn't take the eyes down because they were too low a level. We were like, oh my gosh, Hate gets out of here with this masa and beelines to Ordeals. He can get his grind done super quick. But unfortunately, getting down to Ordeals was just one of those things. It ended up happening a little bit later than everybody else.
Yeah. I was thinking like, okay, as soon as I get the canal and such, I should just head to Ordeals, and then I got distracted by everything else in the inner sea.
It happens sometimes. No,
I understand being distracted.
Especially if you're at Volcano. Heck, I'm near Ice Cave. May as well go to Ice Cave, and everyone cave bait, and everyone had to feel bad once you finally found that floater and waterfall and realized that whole Ice Cave round to Ruby to Oxy, all for naught.
Well, you know, Oxyale at least, but yeah. That was an annoyance.
Yeah, but the Oxyale you could be easily gotten from just getting the floater and then, you know, airboating it over to Sarda, as opposed to doing all the Ruby and Crown and all that stuff.
Shh, quit talking sense.
Ice Cave again, doing Ice Cave things.
Yeah, that being said, though, grabbing the floater from the robot and then heading back down to grab the Ruby, or to grab the Oxyale would have necessitated a double dip of on-rack, and I really hate doing that.
Oh, for sure. I think everyone talked about that, and I think that must have been in everyone's mind because everyone went to Waterfall late. It was like literally the last place most people could go. Heck,
yeah.
Even Goat's Pirate, a Mirage Tower, and got the Vorpal before going over to Waterfall.
Oof. That's all I can think on that one. I am very glad that I thought to actually check with the Lefanians before I dug into Sky, so I could know I was in Go mode and just go, hey, you know what? I ain't touching a thing in here.
Got a couple of Kraken fights going on here. Goat Pirate taking down Kraken. Dusk Plume going Masa, Power Bonk, Strats. Gonna probably take Kraken down with back here. Down to a 2-man with a Black Mage and a Black Belt. Goat's Pirate still running the same party he's been running this whole time. White Mage, Black Mage, and Black Belt.
I'm not used to Ghost Pirate's Black Belt being up for this long.
We will definitely have to talk to Goat's Pirate about his Black Belt issues, keeping them alive here. But big ol' punch, 10 hits, 1,000 damage. Tiamat goes down. And he's heading towards Chaos. Shouldn't be too much longer here.
I do have to say, I kind of love Goat's Pirate's White Wizard sprite.
What is it? I could not figure out what I was looking at.
Looks like it's a skull. Just a skull on the White Wizard robes.
Oh, is that what I'm looking at? Because his Black Belt's look like double dragon characters. I can't what's going on here. Anyway, so we've got Usual stuff going on, fast coming out, making is keeping that black belt nice and safe at the back row. And Dusk does take down Tia 2. Gonna be right behind Goat's Pirate here, hopefully. Gonna move the Masamune around. What?
This is called a wing and a prayer.
Maybe he's hoping that the black belt will punch hard and he's planning on using the black mage as melee backup.
We don't have any nuke casts because those all have to go to fast, so...
I'm even more confused. Alright, we got one fast coming out. Defense up. Chaos going immediately for the back row there on Duskplume's side. Goat's Pirate probably going to make short work of Chaos here in just a moment. Chaos wallops that black mage in the front row. More defenses coming out. Crack goes through the lack of MDEF on those four. No. I don't know if he promoted or not, but it doesn't really matter. He doesn't have the levels anyway to probably resist the crack. And without the ribbon, that's just not going to work. And Duskplume's trying to figure out what he needs to do next. Is Goat's Pirate, big ol' hit, 16-11, takes down Chaos with an official race time GG time of 1 hour 38 minutes and 46 seconds. 9th place overall, only one runner, a doctor or Adam Dr. Rupe, Dr. Trupe, I don't know, finished between those two runners. So we'll get Ghost Pirate in here and talk to him about all his black belt deaths and how he's the luckiest and unluckiest at the same time. So with Duskplume still doing this thing, are we going to talk about what's happening as far as our points are concerned? Do we have a Duckling Supreme, Mr. Duck?
You know, I actually think we do.
Yeah. Krellin, I was going to say, Krellin, while you finished in first place, unfortunately, with 67 points, you needed a lot to go against Papa Ducks and Earthwing Angel. And
it was all that first seed. That first race, I think I was first into Chaos at like 1 hour and like 15 minutes. Then I proceeded to wipe on Chaos for the next 8 wipes, and I had to forfeit. I probably, if not for that, I might have walked away with 3 firsts, but I walked away with 2 firsts and a 4th. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Should be.
So yeah, with your current score or current-ish score of 67 points, first place would have given you, what, 40 more points? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so that puts you at 107 points. Unfortunately for you, but fortunate for our first place, leading into the thing, Papa Ducks with 96 points came in second place, gives him an overall score of 131.
Nice.
So, is that how math works?
Something close to that.
That's correct.
Yes. So once he came in second place, we kind of already knew that he was going to be our Duckling Supreme. So give it up. If you want to go over to RPG Limit Break and say GG's to Papa Ducks, get it up for Papa Ducks. He is our new Summer Duckling Derby 2021 Duckling Supreme. He is the buster of pods, is what I like to call him. He was in the pods with me during spring tournament, and 2 runners forfeited spring tournament after Papa Ducks defeated him. So he is the guy that destroys pods and is now our Duckling Supreme. And it seems fitting, right? Papa Ducks.
He's a good runner. Yeah, that first race was all the difference, and he busted that one out. He deserves it. That was an amazing run.
I also have to say something else too about this. So last year, for the 2020 Summer Duckling Derby, Sir Lancelot won. Sir Lancelot teamed with Thunder during the co-op tournament shortly after. Sir Lancelot and Thunder won the co-op tournament. Anybody want to guess who Papa Ducks is with this co-op tournament?
Oh, I don't know, Gregory. Who is
I don't know. Who could it be? Yeah, Papa Ducks is with Thunder. So he may be adding a little bit more gold to his resume here as he teams up with Thunder. Thunder's known for being one of the best runners in FFR, and yeah, it's going to be something. My team, me and Clementitas are taking them on in the first round of the co-op tournament, but tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time on a SpeedGaming channel, Nuke Kids on the Block will be taking on Has-Been and Wannabes. That'll be tomorrow night. It'll be our inaugural co-op race for the 2021 co-op tournament. So let's
more on the Duckling Derby front. Not to take anything away from Papa Ducks, but I would like to give a mention out to Earthwing Angel, who was second going in here with 87 points. Manages to come up third this race, only about a minute and some change behind Papa Ducks. So Earthwing Angel is going to be our runner-up with total points 117, and that is a great finish. So if you see Earthwing Angel around, make sure you give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
Any idea where that puts me around? It's a lot better than I did in the winter tournament. I know that.
There's still things coming in, but it looks like if I had to guess, I would say you are looking at 4th place.
Not bad.
Maybe even
with 1 run forfeited. That is not bad. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, actually, while we're thinking about it, I am going to go on ahead and start updating some points. I talk a lot. Unfortunately, I just go blah 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 blah. So I'm going to let Deadpulse talk to you guys about your run. Goats Pirate still hasn't made it into our chat here, so I'm assuming he is foregoing his interview. But we'll see if he decides to join us here. Why don't you go on ahead and talk some stuff while I go on ahead and start updating some scores.
Let's go over to Krellin. I'm going to ask you both this, but we'll start with Krellin. So now that you've done an excellent job in the Duck Derby, anyone who has watched both of you in this run have to be scared if they're going to be taking you on in any of the Iron Goal or any of the tournaments coming up. So what are your plans going forward now that the last 3 months finally came to a close?
That was a lot of practice. I put in a lot of practice, and the results came out great. The spring tournament's done. The Duckling Derby's done. I'm graduating here. I don't know what's coming up next, but I mean, once we graduate, we get to hang out with the big kids. So I'm looking forward to being able to, take off the flippers here and the floaties and, take on some of these big boys. There are some amazing runners. I beat a few amazing runners. I came into this, going to give it my A game, and I think I did great. I'm proud of myself. I'm not doing the doubles tournament, but I there's usually something into the fall, isn't there?
Yes, there is the Fall League, and we've already opened up a room for Fall League right now. We're looking for teams of 4, no less, no more. So I'm sure that if you join our Discord, go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, click on the link to the Discord, join our Discord. We are looking to set up teams for the Fall League that is happening not too long after the co-op tournament. It will happen mid-September. I think September 12th is the first week of the Fall League. It's a 6-week thing. You kind of work as teams. There's like 4 races a week, and you choose a race that you want to be a part of. There's like 6 different flags for each, or there's a different flag per week, and it goes on for 6 weeks. It's pretty crazy. It's a lot of fun. Everything you need to know about Fall League is actually updated and on our Discord, so I'm not going to really talk much more about it. But I did want to hop in here super quick and let you know, Krellin, that you are in 4th place. You came in 4th place, just behind Papa Ducks, who came in first. Our 2nd place Duckling was Earthwing Angel with 117 points, and ADR with 109 points. So you were right behind him with 7. So yeah, that Do Not Finish, unfortunately, gives you Jat special. Jat last 6 months ago did kind of a similar situation. He couldn't race the first week, and then managed to last year in the summer, did kind of the same thing. Did really well on the races he could run, but unfortunately, because he missed that one race or got no points, wasn't able to place very high.
Anybody that comes in
yeah, it took
in the top 10, we learned a lot. This is, for those who have not yet joined this community, this is the place to be. The Duckling Derby is phenomenal. The 8 weeks of boot camp, this is the place you want to be. This is fantastic. If you want to join, if you want to do this, you can't find a better place and the better community and better teachers. Thank you, everyone. This has been an amazing 4 weeks.
Thank you.
Well, let's turn it over to Hate really quick. Hate, you finished 3 races at 11th place, finished at 7th place on this one. The consistency and just constantly being good, that's got to be something that you can, rest on.
Yeah, I pretty well was unfazed whatever the flags were thrown at me. It's just like, all right, just keep plodding along. And, that's something that makes me happy because, I wasn't consistently top part, but I was just consistent. So, that's the most that one can ask for without forgetting what I was going to say there.
Well, this, I don't know what the final scores are, but that's got to put you near 5th, 6th place overall. And that's an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah.
That is much higher than I had initially anticipated coming in, or ending at coming into this, but it makes me happy. And yeah, I'm gonna echo the previous comments that join the community. The community is super welcoming, super nice, and I kind of think it's super nice because sometimes the game really isn't, but we keep going because it's fun as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, the what I will say about this, and I didn't mention it before, but these flags were much harder than the previous Duck Derby. They were intended, and including the boot camp as well. Everything was just turned up a little bit on the difficulty because just coming out of spring tournament, seeing the competition there to adequately prepare you for what's to come. I think that was the general consensus. We need to do a little bit harder flags. And yeah, that first race was really difficult, but both of you did just a phenomenal job. And Ghost Pirate as well, who's declining the interview. So again, if you pass Ghost Pirate, wish him a GG.
Absolutely, GG.
So we got Dusk Plume right now taking on Carrie. Knocking Carrie out again for the 3rd time, it looks like. Looks like we had a wipe again in Topher. Just the risk that you take here when you're running a sub 32 black belt. It can be done with the Masa. I'm not saying it can't be done. It obviously could be done. It's just a pretty risky play here, especially with the black belt not being able to equip the ribbon. I could get a little scary, but it looks like he did gain some levels because he just hit something for 8 hits, so he's at least over 32 now.
Yeah, that is the risk when you have the +3, +4 on the M defense. If you're used to the normal type, which is +4 unpromoted and +1 promoted, you would be fine at level 32. But because you're missing that 32 M def, that crack is going to have a better chance of getting through.
Yeah, it's that +3, +4. It's something that I like seeing in the flags, but when you get 2 forced black belts, it kind of makes me feel a little sad.
Yeah, I've always wondered if that was a bug, or like it had to be a bug to have your master have +1, but no one really knows what no one really knows what he was what the initial thought was. So our best guess, outside of just keeping it +4, +1, is that it had to be +3 and then promoted to +4, because literally the master is the only class in the game that actually, gets hurt by doing class change. It doesn't make any sense. But
we have Dusk Plume going on to a Kraken, doing some Invis 2 strats. Defense sword, seeing if we can survive a little bit. Throwing out a cheeky brack and broken into pieces.
She loved to see a broken Kraken too.
That's a beautiful sight.
That saves like 8 or 9 turns of powering up.
Oh, for sure. We got Dusk Plume coming in here. Trying to take on Tia 2. I think he wiped on Kraken the first time. See what happens here against Tia 2. You know, gonna do some pretty standard stuff here, trying to figure out what he wants to do. Gonna go for those cheeky Brack strats again on Tia. Defense up. The 2's gonna come out. Probably gonna do a whole lot of nothing. Also going with Bane strats, so like full on just, going for those, 3 and 256s here. While he gets his black belt defensed up. Let 3 gonna come out doing let 3 things. Who is the mess on? Is it on the red mage?
Correct.
Tiamat coming out, big swing. That was a crit through almost max evade there.
That was a crit through max evade.
I hate to see that. Well, Brack's doing nothing. Bane also going to do nothing. Nuke coming out. We haven't seen Nuke out of Tia. Brack's not going to do anything, and even if it does, there's no way his Black Mage is going to be able to take on Chaos. And he stares at his computer.
Oh no!
And it looks like, at the 2 hour and 4 minute mark, Duskplume is going to go on ahead and call it quits here. Go on ahead and get your GGs out to Duskplume.
Yeah, that was an exceptionally rough Topher, and unfortunately, a lot of these can be finished with a 32 black belt, but this Topher just said no to that. You hate to see it, but what an excellent effort put up by Duskplume.
Yeah, Duskplume joining the community literally right before the Duckling Derby or the Duckling Boot Camp started, so relatively new runner. Went in there, did the best he could do. It looks like he's in our room right now. Is going to hop in here with us in just a sec. And then we'll talk to. He goes by Cecil in the Discord, but Duskplume is his name. So I'll try. We'll see what we decide to call him. But set up join here first. Feel free to join us whenever you're ready. Diesel Pilot kind of let him know to just hop in here. All right, Duskplume, how you doing today? GG.
GG.
Yeah,
A lot better.
that was a rough Topher.
It was, yeah. I was kind of keeping track of times as well, and I was seeing that if I could get that first Chaos kill, then I might have snuck in there, like 8th place overall for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But after that crack hit, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna give this one more shot. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get through it just to say that I could finish it. And it just kind of went off the rails at the end. But then the nuke from Tiamat just, no thanks.
Yeah, we didn't see the nuke on Tia 2 from any of the streams, and I assume you did not see it either, leading up to that battle the first time through. I do have one question. What made you decide to just go on ahead and go kind of fighter black belt? Once you decided not to grind your black belt, you were just taking kind of battles along the way, opening boxes, looking for things. Obviously, that massive probably made you feel pretty good. You had the defense sword. Were you just like, well, I'm just going to go on ahead and just, see what happens here with what I have?
Yeah, so that was something I said last week too. After my stream, is that the biggest weakness that I feel I still have is figuring out where to grind, when to grind, and I still just feel most comfortable doing a walking grind, even though I know it's a lot better for a black belt to find that tile and just sit on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There wasn't one that I felt super comfortable with, and that's probably me just needing to like adjust what I should feel comfortable with when it comes to that. Just really came back to bite me today.
Yeah, we saw the eye in Ordeal, but I think you had gone through Ordeals early enough to where you didn't have like adequate levels to even take the eye down in a reasonable manner with a full party. But that was pretty much what we saw. Hate had the Massa. He got to the eye pretty late. Krellin had a full melee party with a fighter, red mage, black belt, so was able to grind the second he found the eye. And Goat's Pirate never went back to the eye. I think he was actually our first runner on stream to see the eye, but he couldn't take it down either because he was, sub 10. And so he decided to do a desert grind to get his levels. The only other thing that we saw that could have been viable was Agamas, but they had Thunders, so that's not really viable. And then we saw, we never saw the red D, but we saw white Ds in the Hall of Giants. But again, they look kind of scary. So, Eye was really kind of the way to go.
Yeah, it was. And you're right. I hit that really early. I think it was in Ordeals around 14 or 15 minutes, and I was level 9 or 10 at that point. And it wasn't really feasible to do that. And I thought once or twice about going back there. I never did. Probably should have. I had a 5-minute period there where I went like back and forth, kicking myself and be like, "Oh no, this is brilliant," because I left Waterfall for later, even though it was up there for Ordeals, and I was thinking, "Oh well, now I'm checking off everything, and something has to be at Waterfall." But then I found Oxy, and I was like, "Oh no, great, this is brilliant! I can knock out both those at the same time. This is great." And then I go to Waterfall and Floater, and then I feel dumb again.
Nah, I would have to say that I think everybody was trying to big brain everything, and so based on the times coming in, I assume everyone kind of did the ice cave and saved Waterfall for last just because they were trying to outplay everybody else or do things kind of out of the box. You were not the only person that saved Waterfall for last.
Yeah, and I think the pressure of being in the position that I was and feeling like I had to really put up a good time got to me. And there are definitely some things I can work on, like what I mentioned before. But I felt really good with weeks 2 and 3. Put me in a good position coming into this last week, and I'll be around for the next derby.
Yeah, I'll have to say those Dust Plume. I mean, you did a hell of a job throughout this whole Duck Derby. I mean, you joined the community. Did you join at the beginning of boot camp, or were you mid boot camp?
I joined a little before the beginning. I got in watching the spring tournament.
Yeah,
and,
so
I was just watching a couple months from there.
Yeah, so you're you're really new. You did the whole boot camp, did the whole thing, and you did very well in the Duckling Derby. What do you have anything else to say about how your Duckling experience going through the Duckling Derby? Being part of the Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord. What are your thoughts?
It's been a fantastic experience, really. Anytime I've needed help or I've had questions, somebody's been there to give me an answer, be really helpful. I've never felt at any time like I couldn't keep going or this was too much for me, and I felt myself improve. I do run after run after run, and I really surprised myself the first 3 weeks. This one kind of hurts a little bit, but it's fine. I feel like I did really well overall, and I'll have more practice to get in, and I'll, do more runs with the community between now and the next derby. It's been a really positive experience, and it's given me something really fun to do over the past few months.
Awesome. So Dead Pulse, my co-coms, my partner.
Oh yeah,
Ryan, my Duckling Derby boss partner person. Do you have any other questions for Dust Plume before we head on out of here?
You pretty much covered it. I just wanted to say, Dust Plume, that you had a very impressive run, considering how new you are in comparison. And I don't want to take anything away from the people who have been here for a while. They did exceptional as well. But coming in, at the time that you did and being in the top 8 going into that last raid, that is absolutely phenomenal.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And like I said, I'll be back for the next one. I'll be here for any other races in between.
And this is only the beginning of the journey. You finished your first Duck Derby, but there are tournaments coming up that need people involved in them, and hopefully have a lot of fun doing it. So do that. I'll throw it back over to Greg because I think we're about ready to wrap up.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up real quick. So let's go ahead and talk to our overall first place winner here. Krellin, any final thoughts coming out of this, going into co-op and fall league, and just anything you got to say about anything? Your race tonight, the Duck Derby.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you for the training, the running this, the time and effort everyone puts into this. This is the place to be if you want to get into speedrunning. There's no better training, no better community. You can get all your questions answered. Excuse me. We'd love to have everyone. I came in middle of the pack last Duckling Derby. I think I completely lost one race. I think it came in second to last. This time I walked away with 2 firsts and a 4th, and that is the result of practice, the training, watching these amazing runners, the spring tournament, everything. I can't wait to see where this game is going to evolve into. The development, the changes, the fixes, the pure inspiration of creativity that this game can turn into. It is so much fun. And thank you, everyone. And dude, in Hate 13, you are freaking terrifying to run against. Don't ever doubt yourself, man.
Hate 13. You were our 7th place overall. You went a couple of 11s and then threw a 7 out there for us so that we could 7, 11. Final thoughts.
It's real weird to think that people are frightened to race with me. It just kind of caught me off guard there, and I'm a little flattered and a little bit blushing right now because of it. But no, I love this community. It has been so fun since I jumped in here, and it's just been it's been engaging. It's honestly helped me deal with some less than pleasant times in meat space, and it's just so welcoming and so fun. And I am so glad that the Duckling program exists, because that was what drew me in initially. And just having a place where you can, start off and know that it's there to help teach you, to help you grow. It's such a wonderful thing. I am so thankful for that. And I'm thankful for all the people who help herd us cats. So yeah, and specifically an immediate thanks to you two, Deadpulse and Greg Lee Puff for handling the comms for us, and SpeedGaming for letting us steal their channel for a bit. And I think we had Chanigan on tracking tonight, so thanks for keeping things going.
Hear.
All right, a Dust Plume. Any final thoughts about anything before we get out of here?
Just once more, thank you to everybody who's made this possible, everybody who runs the Duckling program, everybody who's restreaming and tracking and commentating and racing. It's what makes this community really fun, really great, and makes me want to keep coming back. Anybody that's watching that hasn't done it, might be interested, definitely do so. It's worth your time.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. I had a really awesome time on behalf of chat and Dark Moon, who are the other Duckling Derby bosses. Give your GGs out in the Discord to Papa Ducks, our new reigning supreming Duckling Supreme. I'm hanging out here with Deadpulse. Deadpulse, you got any final words before I wrap us up?
No, I want to thank everyone on SpeedGaming. Thank everyone who came out to support the Duckling program, and all of the runners especially, to make this a really exciting and honestly just a fabulous last 12 weeks. I hope everyone's learned a lot of things. I hope we had a little fun on the way, and I can't wait to see what all these runners are going to do next.
Same. I definitely agree. I can't wait to see what all these runners are going to do. Moving forward, obviously, co-op tournament starts tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time on a SpeedGaming channel. Nuke Kids on the Block taking on has-beens and wannabes. That will be happening tomorrow. The inaugural, the beginning of co-op tournament. 6 weeks after the co-op tournament starts, 2 weeks after it ends, we are doing our fall league, teams of 4 taking on other teams of 4s to find out who is going to supremely win all stuff. I don't know, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So please join the Discord. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for having us, Chanigan for doing all the tracking, Deadpulse for hanging out with me. Our runners, please give them a follow. And again, GG's to Papa Ducks, our new Duckling Supreme. You guys have a wonderful night, and we will see you next time.